Man. Nah, they I ain't gonna lie, they asked for it.
They did ask for it.
They did ask for it. It was like, yo, I'm digging this new pod outside,
Set up.
outdoor. So
Yeah, they like it.
you already know we have to bring it back. You know what I'm saying? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another video. You already know who it is. Your boy JB, aka John B, and I'm here with
Marty, aka Mana, aka Quace, aka Aquasi. And yeah, again, back outside. Yeah, last time it was kind of like experimental. It was like
Yeah,
after
yeah.
a game, we just wanted to get something out. But this time, yeah,
the real deal.
it's the real deal. Yeah.
The
Let
real
us know what you
deal.
guys think. Definitely, we've gotten like good feedback from like having this kind of setup. But right now, it's just gonna be kind of a two-person setup with this kind of environment.
Yeah.
But hey, if you guys like, share, subscribe, support us, we could be bigger, better, have more people on, stuff like that, So yeah.
Nah, let's get right into it. As you already know, football is back. Premier League is back. The best league in the world. And
Vamos.
yeah, some interesting stuff, man. Interesting stuff. I mean, shoot. Where do we even begin? Let's start with the first game. You know what I'm saying? The first game, Manchester United.
Yeah.
Your team.
That
your
team.
club.
We won somehow.
What do you mean? So I mean, no. You guys, from minute 1 to 5, right?
We look good.
You guys look good.
We look good.
And then
We look too
5,
good. That's what it was. We look too good.
5 to 85.
Back to
I don't-
default
I don't
settings.
know what happened.
Back to default settings. Yeah. We can have the same personnel or different personnel. You're gonna play exactly the same. I don't know what it is.
5 to 85.
Yeah.
I was like,
we did create
what is
chances. Don't get me
going on?
wrong, right? But it was like, Fulham played well though.
Yeah.
Fulham actually played well. If Fulham play like that every game, they'll be in the mix for maybe like top 10 for sure.
But then again, it's against you. It's against Man U.
Yeah, we make every team look nice against us.
Oh God.
Yeah, and then the better teams, you make them look worse, but they still end up
Somehow.
beating us. So
No. But like all jokes aside, like I mean, you already know I wanted Fulham to win because I mean I don't hate Man U, but it's
Yeah.
because of my boy Smith Rowe, new signing, and I mean he didn't have a bad game, to be honest. He didn't have one of his best games.
he did
but, you know
all
what I'm
right.
saying?
Yeah,
he did all right.
New team, he
Yeah.
has to gel still.
Gotta adjust to
Yeah.
but Man U, man, the man that scored the goal, we gotta talk about him
Xerxes,
because he's a striker that came in. A lot of players was
9.5.
like.
9.5. He's not a striker. He's a 9.5.
He's a 9.5. The
Yeah.
man said he's not. Bro, he's doing it to himself now, bro. I know he scored, but if he stops scoring, bro, everyone's gonna be like, oh, this guy said he's not a striker. He said he's a false 10, false striker. Like the memes are gonna be coming, bro.
It's gonna be crazy.
But nah, I mean we gotta give him credit because
Yeah.
that was not an easy goal. you
Yeah.
know? That was not an easy goal,
yeah.
and it was a weird goal too. You know.
Yeah, Garnacho like put the ball in, and rather than like taking it on like the straight volley with his right foot, putting it across, he like kind of like tapped it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he kind of like tapped it, and maybe he stole it from McTominay. Like McTominay looked like he was going after it as well, but
I thought he was the one that scored. I thought McTominay was the one that.
yeah, I mean
From the angle?
from the angle, yeah,
Yeah, it looked like that.
yeah.
But nah, I mean, great goal. I mean, I hope he does really good. I mean, I don't really hate the player. I think he's a good player, and I think Man, you need someone like that. Even though you guys have Hoyland, unfortunately, out with an injury right now.
Injured,
but
yeah.
he's still a good striker. He's young. He got time to grow, and the team does not look bad. I mean, the only player person that I would take off the team is Casemiro. I don't know how.
He's too.
Like Mano is good, right? The kid is good. He's
He
trying,
needs help, bro.
but Casemiro is not it.
He
for
needs
me.
help,
I
bro.
think I don't know. I mean, he was a good player for Madrid, but I think the Premier League is just too.
Fast.
I don't want to say physical for him.
It's fast paced, man.
Yeah, I
It's
think
too
he's just too
fast-paced.
fast paced for him, and like he
Yeah.
can't really keep up to it.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
still
And
a
also,
good
you have to
player.
think like when he was at Madrid, he had Modric and Cruz, bro.
Yeah.
Those guys, yeah.
And they had the ball. All
Yeah,
times,
they always
you
had
know
the
what I'm
ball,
saying? You don't
but-
have to defend as much. You have to cover. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like
and then in the defending he was doing, it's like he was helping a
like
lot.
shadow defending.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
shadow
yeah.
defending. And then you got Ramos and Varane coming
Bro,
behind
bro,
him to tackle.
Exactly. Like he was just another cog in like a great team. You know,
Yeah.
like and I said this too. He's gonna come to United, but people are gonna expect him to be the standout. But when he was in that Madrid team, it's not like he was a
He was,
standout.
yeah.
So
He wasn't a
like,
standout, to be
yeah.
honest.
So and his role that he was gonna play was something that he had not done at Madrid. We want him to hold the ball, carry the ball, like be almost like play like a box to box with also defensive. No, he can't do that. Like he's never been one to even move around heavy like that.
Yeah.
and you know, he would just that's the role that a lot of people were expecting him to fulfill. But
I mean,
yeah, it's he's got to go. I mean, I don't know why I would have rather we like let Casemiro go than let Varane go. Like, you should have extended that guy's contract
I
and then
agree.
let this guy go.
I agree.
I don't know why. And now we've still got Casemiro, who's not ideal. McTominay, like, all right, squad player, fine, whatever. Like, it is what it is at this point. Maguire is still there. Phil Jones, thank you for everything. Your tackle on Giroud with your head was
The
magnifique.
best I've ever seen.
But Phil Jones officially has retired from football, and he's part of the coaching staff. So thank you for your service. But yeah, we've still got so many players that need to get let go, and I don't see. And we've still got maybe another one or two midfielders that have to come in. We don't
Right.
even have like a proper left back still.
I mean, all your left, you guys do, but it's like they just
They're injured.
injured.
Yeah, but like Luke Shaw, you can never trust him.
But my last year too, like I think I saw him on the.
He's training. He's back in training. But like,
and stuff.
But even before his injury, he wasn't like all that. You know what I mean? So he's still unproven.
Yeah.
But onto greener pastures, Arsenal. Y'all look normal. I can't even say like y'all look good because you guys have like looked good from like
Yeah.
for a while. But
I mean,
you,
it's the
you guys did
same.
your thing.
It's the same team,
Basically.
basically as last year.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, which I don't mind, but I would have loved to see Calafiori at least had his debut. And stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, then again, you know, I know how Arteta is. He's trying to manage a player, make sure he's, you know what I'm saying,
Of
the
course,
right
yeah.
fit for
You're
him to
right,
come
right,
in and
right.
play.
Yeah.
So he's more comfortable, you know what I'm saying, stuff like that. But, I mean, I would have loved at least 5-10 minutes, you know, was winning the
Yeah,
game.
like a little cameo.
after
Like Timber
Saka's
had his
goal.
little cameo as well. Yeah.
After Saka scored, they could have maybe taken off Zinchenko and then maybe put Timber on the right and then play
Yeah.
Calafiori on the left.
Yeah,
You know, But then again,
Switch
like,
things up.
I mean, you can't really get mad at the coach for, you know,
Yo,
especially
he-
when we're winning.
He finally decided to take off Saka.
Yes.
I
mean-
never thought I'd see the day where Saka would get subbed. Ever.
I mean, but then you got to think about it. Saka actually played all the way to the, you know what I'm saying, to the final of the Euros.
I know, that's what I'm
Barely,
saying. Like,
you know, got any
Yeah.
time to rest.
Yeah.
He basically played all of our games last year. So,
Mhm.
like, I mean, I would expect him to, you know, rest more. But
And-
it was a good game. It was a really good game. And then I also got to talk about Kai Havertz.
both Kai Havertz and Saka getting 2 goals and an assist. Like, yeah.
Okay, Kai Havertz. Oh yeah, they're both assisted each other and scored. Yeah.
Yeah.
Kai Havertz is a player that, I mean, everybody's been saying like, oh, we need a striker, and I think Arsenal's actively looking for a striker right now.
Yeah.
'Cause, I think Nketiah
Might move.
possibly on his way out because he
Yeah.
didn't even feature the last game. But Kai Havertz is a player that, me personally, when we got him last year, and you can watch the pod, I was not, you know what I'm saying, I was never a fan. You know what I'm saying, coming from Chelsea, seeing the way he plays.
Yeah.
But I'm off to give it to him. My opinion on Kai Havertz has definitely changed.
Yeah.
And right now, to be honest with you, I'm not saying we shouldn't go out and sign a striker, but I think for right now we should give
works.
him a chance.
It works. It works with him.
Because
Yeah.
it does work, and he's a big physical player that plays. You know what I'm saying? That he gives defenders what's it called? He gives them trouble. He gives them
hard
trouble
time,
and
yeah.
stuff like that. And like, even though sometimes like there was a chance that he could have scored, right? There was a shot that he had with his right foot.
Yeah.
That like, you know what I'm saying? He just looked bad.
If it was
in
like
way.
a normal striker, you'd probably slot in that way. But, you know, like.
But you could tell that he's not really a striker.
Yeah.
But when we use him up there, the system that we play, it does work.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because we really don't really play. We really don't really use a target man, to be honest.
Yeah.
But like with him, he just knows how to move around and give.
in the box, he becomes an aerial threat as well.
And he's very, very like he's very smart.
Yeah. He knows exactly where to be. Like, his positioning is fantastic. And like I said, like I mean, like when he was at Chelsea, it was all memes. Like, you know, this guy's bad or whatever like that. But he was all like, I've seen that player at Leverkusen when he was there, bro. And I was like, yo, this guy, he just needs proper coaching.
Yes.
At Chelsea, he never got that, and he was put in a position where, you know, they wanted him to be like a number 9. He was never a number 9.
He was never a number 9.
So like you're put into a position where you're in your development of your like developing stages in your career. That year is like those years are so like impactful on a player. That's where you like really learn your craft. And he was put in a position where people were relying on him to score goals. And he's not a goal scorer.
Yeah.
And then you have all this unnecessary pressure on you, and it kind of got to him. And yeah, he had like that performance in the UCL final, but like overall you couldn't expect him to actually be a number 9. But I think that the position he's been playing now, the way he's been playing now, is closer to the way he was playing in Leverkusen.
Yes.
Than anything. That's why we're seeing so.
He's more. I feel like he can express himself.
Yeah,
a
yeah,
little bit more.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And there's no pressure on him to score because we have other players that can also score. You know what I'm saying? Odegaard scores, Saka scores.
Yeah.
You know, Martinelli, when he's on form, he's a very good goal scorer. You know, the team got goals all around them. You know what I'm saying? Even right now, Ben White and them, they're all scoring goals. Zinchenko scoring goals.
That's the thing about your team. Like, everyone can score. Like,
Trossard, when he comes.
Did you guys have the most defenders like score last season?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And even Gabriel and
Saliba,
they be scoring goals too.
Yeah.
Which is it's great for the team because we don't really have to rely on just one man to score in a way. But I mean, me to be honest, even if Kai Havertz doesn't even score like 20 goals, because a lot of people are like, oh, if you play him up top, that's like the ideal goal scoring for a good striker, right? 20 goals a season. Even if you don't score that, right? I feel like just his presence on the field, on like the selfish runs that he makes and stuff like that, right? He benefits the team in a way, you know what I'm saying? That allows Saka and like Martinelli, like Odegaard and all those players to actually do good in a way, you know what I'm saying? But one more player from Arsenal I want to touch on before we move on is Martinelli. You know what I'm saying? It's a big season for him. You know
he has to perform, man. This has to be his best season. Like last season, like, all right, cool, right? But this season, he has to actually
he has to do something.
He has to make a name for himself.
And you could see it in the game. He was trying to get a goal. There was one ball that he could have passed it. And he shot it. I think he took a deflection and went over the bar because he was trying to get that goal.
I know the sweat was there.
He needs to have a good season because if he don't have a good season this season, I honestly feel like with the competition that we have and Trossard playing right now, I think he might be sold or might be lose his spot.
Yeah, and I mean but this is what makes like great players great and like kind of like separates from the rest. You know what I mean? Like you see that competition, and you're like, oh shoot, I got to turn up.
Yeah,
like that's how Man City like, bro. You look at Man City's depth.
Yes,
that's the thing about great teams. Like they have the depth. Man City's depth. Crazy, and when Liverpool was challenging Man City, they had good depth too.
They have good depth too, yeah.
Especially in that midfield. Speaking about Liverpool, by the way, they also won on this slot.
I feel like all the big, everybody,
all the big teams won.
I mean, I was gonna say Chelsea, but Chelsea's
not a big team.
But we'll get back into it.
Yeah.
But Liverpool, it's a very interesting one because this is a topic that I actually touched base on a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
And then I also said that Klopp, I feel like it was the wrong time for him to leave.
Really?
Because the project, I feel like he was rebuilding a new project. Because, obviously when like Amani and them left, like Firmino and them, he was building a new project. I don't feel like he was done with that project yet, you know what I'm saying? But I have to give like good kudos to like the board for Liverpool because I feel like the new coach that they just got, Arne Slot, that's his name, Arne Slot, I think it's only the first game, right? But based on what I've seen in preseason and everything that's been... Because I watched the game against Arsenal when they played against us in preseason. And the quality of, like, the coaching, the tactics and stuff like that, it's still there. You know what I'm saying? Like, even though it's a little different from club, but it's still there. And the players are still there. You know what I'm saying? It's basically the same players. And, like, he's able to, like get it done. You know what I'm saying? With the players that he have. And he hasn't even gone out yet and buy players.
That's what I'm saying.
You know what I'm saying? That's the good thing. Because new coaches, they come in like, oh, I need my players. You know what I'm saying? He's sticking with the players that he got. And he's still doing really good. You know what I'm saying? They're still playing the same way. They're still playing great. And all those players, I don't think Liverpool's really going to drop off this season, if I'm being honest with you. I really don't think they're going to drop off this season. I'm not saying they're going to win the league, but I'm saying they're going to be up there,
I think they'll drop off just a little bit, though. I mean, like, I don't think they'll... I mean, again... With, I don't know, Klopp's mentality, it drove those players. You know what I mean?
True.
Like, that was his whole shtick, just like, like energy, and just like really being kind of aggressive.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying Slot is not like that at all, but I'm saying that absence of Klopp in those times of like, they're a little bit out of form or like they're not kicking on, like Klopp's energy would drive the team forward a little bit.
Right.
And it's like, dang, now they're gonna have to like try to find that more within themselves than through Klopp. So I mean, I think past this season, they're gonna really kick on. But I think this season is gonna be like, that transition period where, they're gonna struggle a bit, and they'll probably have a run of games where they're not really performing. I'm not gonna say they're losing a lot of games,
right?
But they're not gonna have that consistency as they were before. And already, last season we kind of seen a little bit of a decline in Liverpool, and I think especially now we're gonna have now that that club is gone. This period is gonna be we're gonna see even more decline.
Right.
But it's not like they're a bad team. They'll still be top four.
I think they'll get top four.
They'll still get top four. I think. Who is of the games you watched? Which team impressed you the most?
I was just about to get into that.
Oh, yeah.
I think probably Villa.
I was about to say this. It was for me. It was between Villa and Newcastle.
In Newcastle, yeah, they were 10 men, and they looked good too with 10 men.
They looked good with 10 men. Bro.
It was a stupid red card.
Yeah.
We grown, bro. Like stuff like that, you do stuff like that, they're gonna get sent you off. Like you gotta cool it down a little bit. Don't go headbutt somebody.
But he milked it. He milked it though.
Yeah.
He milked. It was one of those where like both of their heads kind of went in, but because he wasn't even more aggressive. Like they both clashed their heads, right? But because his presence a bit more,
he's a bigger dude.
And he went like down. Yeah. It looked worse. But they both went like they both should have got sent off for real. Either send both of them off or like just give them both yellow because it wasn't even all that. But
I don't think it should have been a red card. I mean, if like you said, they should have both get sent off, but I don't even think it should have been a red card. At the end of the day, like stuff like that, it happens in the game. You know what I'm saying? Like as a referee, you gotta understand. Like, okay, these are two men. You know what I'm saying? Having a little disagreement. Like nobody swung or anything. You know what I'm saying? I mean, at the end, they both went in for a header. He just dove. That's the only problem.
Yeah,
you know
the guy
just fell on the floor, and then I don't think he should have gotten a red card for that. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? But him too. Like he should Fabian Schär, he should have done stuff like that.
He's an experienced guy, man. Like he's an experienced center back. He's one of Liverpool's best center backs, and he's been one of their better center backs for a time. And like it was him and Lascelles killing in the back for so long. But speaking of like the other team that you're saying, Villa looks good.
Villa looked really good. Onana, man,
bro,
I think that's the player they've been missing for a very long time. And I'm scared to play Villa right now, especially away, bro.
I think anyone should be scared. Like Villa's, along with I think Villa's like one of the who's the other team that Man City really struggled with both games. I think Villa was definitely Villa. Yeah, Villa looks scary, bro. And their business
they're
so
well
good.
coached, bro. It's not even just the players too. They're well coached. Unai Emery, obviously, he had a rough patch at Arsenal and stuff. Went to Villarreal, won. Obviously, gonna go and win the what's it called, the Europa League.
Yeah.
That's your thing. But coming back to Villa, to be honest with you, I mean, it's like I don't think that he was gonna do good, but I'm saying I thought like the Premier League maybe it's a little difficult for him. You know what I'm saying? Because some coaches they're good in different leagues. Because the Premier is a different league. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's too fast paced, too aggressive and stuff. I don't think that was his style of playing, but I feel like he adapted to it. And I think Villa is a perfect team for him. They give him time. You know what I'm saying? Like there was a point where he was losing games. Like you know what I'm saying? They were talking about sacking him and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That one season when they signed what's that center back, Diego Carlos?
Yeah.
When he got injured, shut off the bat, he got a bunch of injuries, and then they stuck by him. They gave him time.
Yep.
And now he's looking to be like, you know what I'm saying? He's up there with like Guardiola and Arteta right now.
Yeah,
you know
people have him as like the best manager in the league right now.
We had him as our best manager for last season.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Because based on what they achieved.
Yep, exactly.
That team was not that team is not Aston Villa is not a. I'm not saying they're not a good team.
They're not a world class.
Yeah, they're not a world class team. That's the team. That's the word.
Besides, before last season, right?
Yeah.
Because last season we really saw like glimpses of like this player can be world class, like Watkins for example, this guy can be world class. Like before last season, like they didn't have a single like world class player at all or nothing. And it was last season we're like, Watkins is like,
Watkins is it.
Yeah, Watkins.
Tielemans,
Watkins, like, Bailey. I was like, Bailey looks Diaby.
But Diaby is gone now.
I know, but I'm saying like last season, like these guys were like, whoa.
Like they could play.
Yeah, like proper ballers, man. And I was like, this team is scary, bro. Like if you let this guy continue doing what he's doing,
it's gonna be a problem.
And then getting Champions League, I'm hoping that they don't fall into the same path of like Newcastle from last season. And Newcastle, I feel like Newcastle last season put too much in the UCL. And they did fantastic, don't get me wrong. Like I always say they got hoed by PSG. But I hope that they can find some balance. Because even though, now they're in the mix of top 4, top 6, and United is also like kind of a rival now because
Yeah.
we're all fighting for the same spots. But I want these smaller teams to do well because I'm tired of like the City, like those kind of teams like just constantly dominating, and it's kind of taking away from these smaller teams actually like doing something. You know what I mean?
Right.
So like if Villa get UCL again or like even like Europa League. Like that's them like kind of getting some consistency, you know what I mean? Yeah. So I hope they do well in the UCL. At least get to, depending on the group, get to knockout stages.
Like
at least.
knockout stages.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's possible if they don't get injuries, because injuries is what killed actually Newcastle last season.
It is. Yeah.
But I think if everybody stay fit, I think they should be alright.
Yeah.
They should be good, but. We just gotta wait and see how everything goes.
We're already seeing some injuries already. First games, Savinho. Today, speaking of Manchester City, I don't really want to get too much of Man City because this season, last season, it's not much difference. It's the same thing. Savio is the only one I'm like, dang, this kid is good.
He looks good.
I'm like, they have Mahrez regen, bro.
He was giving Cucurella.
Cucurella, he was making Cucurella go cuckoo.
Cucurella.
He was making him go cuckoo.
What's this song?
Yeah, you drink Estrella.
That guy is a clown, man.
Bro, he's not serious,
No, but to be honest, Chelsea, I don't like. I'm gonna talk about the Chelsea Man City game because obviously the game just finished a couple hours ago.
City won,
Chelsea,
of course.
City won, of course, 2-0. Chelsea. The thing with Chelsea, I don't know what they're trying to do. I'm so confused, like what they're trying to do.
I know what
Chelsea, they have like 4 or 5 players today that I don't even know. Like, I don't even know these guys.
Yeah, they're trying to give it to Cole Palmer and then have him do whatever he wants to do.
Like, I don't know.
They don't even have a captain on the Enzo is not captain material. I'm sorry, but it's again like who are you gonna give it to?
Enzo is not a. It was playing him as a 10. Enzo is not a 10.
He's not a 10.
He's not. I'm not. Let me say he's not good enough, right? He's a good player,
but that's not his role though. That's not his position.
He can't. I feel like he struggles when he plays like when he's back turned to goal. Like he's not like what's it called, like Bruno Fernandes, perfect player, bro. Yeah. I love Bruno Fernandes.
He can go on the half turn, boom.
But he can't do that. He can't do as quick. You know what I'm saying? Who else? Lavia, great player.
I love Lavia.
I think he did.
I think he's Chelsea's best looking player, even like
so far
throughout preseason too. If you watch Chelsea, as soon as he came into that team, I was like, this kid is good, bro.
Lavia looks really good.
Lavia looks fantastic.
We also gotta talk about Cole Palmer. I mean, he is trying. You know what I'm saying? I feel like everything was forced to him, and like now the expectation of Palmer is too high.
It's high, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because obviously, if you have a season like
he has a breakout season last season. Yeah.
Your next season, they gotta be like, okay, like let me see. Like now we're gonna know exactly what you're about. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody can have that one season wonder, and then
exactly. And at this time, people are actually gonna like find him as a threat and put pressure on him. Yeah, go to him and stuff like that. But I feel bad for Palmer because like he's put in a position where like that he's being relied on to score goals, but you have Nkunku, Jackson, like that are strikers.
Yeah, Jackson too. Jesus Christ,
bro! That goal how can you be offside? Like I don't know. Bro.
He's looking at the line.
He's down the line. I don't get it, bro. He's like, all right, fine. Like you didn't expect, but like as a striker, right? You should know if your guy shoots, if your teammate shoots, right?
That's
just in case of a rebound, you should know.
Yes.
Like I gotta be there for the rebound.
And it's not like he was running to offside.
Yeah, he was there.
He was standing there for a cool couple seconds before he even took the shot.
Even if you want to be there, as soon as Palmer takes a shot, just like take that step back.
Yeah,
adjust yourself. And he was very slim, so he could have made that adjustment.
He could have made that adjustment. Exactly.
I don't know. That's just like, it's like sometimes those things. It's like, yeah, can you coach it really?
Okay, I have a question. Would you take Lukaku or him?
Lukaku
or over Jackson.
Or Jackson?
Yeah. Who would you rather play right now?
I take Lukaku. He's proven in the Prem, and I feel like this is the thing about Chelsea's team. All of their players need to have the ball. All of the players that, if you know what I mean, like all of them need to have the ball in order to do something. Like there's too many creative players.
Right.
Palmer creative, Sterling creative, Madueke creative, Nkunku creative. All the other freaking forwards that they have, they all need to have the ball in order to create something.
Right.
Even Jackson, he needs to have the ball. Because he's
Uh,
not a poacher. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
he's not dangerous in the box. Like, he's someone who carries the ball. All of them carry the ball. Lukaku just put him in the box, bro.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, he would be, like, in this system where you just need a striker to finish. That's why I'm like, yo, Giroud would be perfect in this
Yeah.
team, too.
Giroud.
Yeah.
It's the movement, like,
It's
in the box.
smart movement. Jackson
In the
doesn't have that
box.
intelligent movement. Lukaku, he has that intelligent movement. Yeah, he gets unlucky, like, yeah, he misses chances and stuff like that. But
Well,
I feel
Jackson
like,
does the same thing too.
yeah, but I'm saying like Lukaku will be in one better positions, and two, he's way more clinical than Jackson.
And I think he's more of a threat.
Yes,
Because he's big.
if you gave Lukaku those chances that Jackson missed last season, Lukaku would be like one of the top goal scorers.
And the way Chelsea wants to play too, Lukaku will be perfect. 'Cause,
Perfect.
Like, he's a hold up player
Yes.
too. He can hold up, lazy it off.
That's
for,
what I'm
the
saying.
creative players and stuff to play.
Like all of Chelsea's players, like yo, all of them, even like the two strikers that be playing in Kunku and Jackson, they need to have the ball in order to like do
Yeah,
something.
to do something. Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean. That's why I'm that. Whatever the Lukaku situation is, you know, it is what it is. He's not gonna. I can't. He's not definitely not gonna be a Chelsea player. But you know, that's the kind of player that they need, and getting another winger in Pedro Neto too. That
They don't
like they
I
don't like
think
they don't need
They
it.
don't need him.
They don't need it. And like you know, like they're as Chris was saying, they're like Bowley has that baseball mentality.
Yeah.
And I was saying that before, like their whole plan is to get these young players, and hopefully you buy 10 of these players for like 20 mil.
Right.
One or two or three of them, like you can sell them on for like 80 mil each. Then you've like kind of broken even, you know what I mean? Like or like
Yeah.
made profit. That's their plan. And then like the rest of the players, loan them out for a little bit, and then you know just sell them on a little bit. And their contracts are long, but their wages are not super high, and also their initial prices aren't super high.
Right.
So like though their contracts are long, I'm sure there's a clause in the contract where they can break that contract for not as much of a of like you know take as much of a hit, and like like sell them on like sooner. But I mean, I don't rate the way that Chelsea been doing business because it hampers the players.
Right.
Yeah, so don't like it.
But it is what